Hey, have you ever felt bloated, tired, or just off no matter what you eat? What if I told you the secret to your energy, mood, and overall health starts in your gut, and small daily habits could be silently harming it without you even knowing? Stay with me, because what I'm about to share could completely change the way you feel from the inside out.
When we talk about gut health, most people immediately think about what they eat, how much fiber they get, or whether they take probiotics, but very few people stop to consider the profound effect that lifestyle habits like smoking and alcohol consumption have on the delicate balance of bacteria and enzymes in the gut. The truth is, smoking and drinking are not just minor inconveniences for digestion, they are powerful disruptors that can completely throw your system off balance, and the effects often go unnoticed until more serious problems start to develop. Your gut is home to trillions of microorganisms, including both beneficial and harmful bacteria, and this ecosystem plays a huge role in breaking down food, absorbing nutrients, regulating your metabolism, and even communicating with your brain. When you smoke or drink, you're essentially introducing toxins into your system that interfere with these natural processes. Nicotine, tar, heavy metals, and other chemicals in cigarettes don't just affect your lungs, they travel through your bloodstream and directly interact with your digestive system. One of the primary ways smoking harms your gut is by creating an imbalance in your gut microbiome. The healthy bacteria that help digest food and support your immune system start to decrease while harmful bacteria increase, leading to a condition called dysbiosis. Dysbiosis can manifest in many ways, from minor bloating and gas to more severe issues like inflammatory bowel disease, ulcers, and even chronic systemic inflammation that affects the entire body. The chemicals in cigarettes can also irritate and damage the lining of the intestines, making it more permeable in a condition often referred to as leaky gut. When this happens, toxins and undigested particles can pass into your bloodstream, triggering inflammation, immune reactions, and even food sensitivities that can make your digestion worse over time. Alcohol has a similar, but sometimes even more aggressive effect on the gut. Even moderate drinking can irritate the lining of the stomach and intestines, causing inflammation, slowing down digestion, and making it harder for your body to absorb essential nutrients. Heavy drinking is especially destructive because it kills off beneficial bacteria while allowing harmful bacteria to flourish, further worsening the imbalance in the microbiome. Over time, this can lead to chronic digestive issues, nutrient deficiencies, and even more serious health conditions like gastritis, liver problems, and an increased risk of certain cancers. One of the most immediate effects people notice after drinking or smoking is bloating, gas, or an uncomfortable feeling in the stomach, and this is not just a coincidence. Alcohol interferes with the natural contractions of the intestines, called peristalsis, which are necessary to move food efficiently through the digestive tract. Smoking, on the other hand, weakens the lower esophageal sphincter, the muscle responsible for keeping stomach acid from flowing back into the esophagus, leading to acid reflux, heartburn, and discomfort that can last long after the smoke has cleared. What's even more concerning is that the effects of smoking and alcohol on the gut extend beyond digestion itself. The gut is closely linked to your brain through the gut-brain axis, which means that an unhealthy gut can influence mood, stress levels, and even cognitive function. When harmful bacteria overtake good bacteria, it can lead to higher levels of inflammation and stress hormones, contributing to anxiety, irritability, and even sleep disturbances. Your energy levels also suffer because your body is not absorbing nutrients efficiently, meaning that even if you eat the right foods, your cells may not be getting the vitamins and minerals they need to function optimally. Smoking and alcohol disrupt the balance of gut bacteria in ways that affect your immune system as well. A healthy gut supports a strong immune response, helping your body fight off infections and inflammation. When your microbiome is out of balance, your immune system becomes overactive in some areas and underactive in others, leaving you more susceptible to illness and slower to recover from everyday stresses. Over time, this can also contribute to chronic inflammation, which is linked to a wide range of diseases, including obesity, diabetes, heart disease, and even neurological disorders.
The damage caused by smoking and alcohol is cumulative, meaning it builds up gradually, often without obvious symptoms at first. You might not notice the impact until you start experiencing persistent bloating, irregular bowel movements, heartburn, or fatigue, by which time the gut lining and microbial balance may have been compromised for months or even years. The good news, however, is that the gut is remarkably resilient. Reducing or eliminating smoking, moderating alcohol intake, and supporting the microbiome with the right nutrition can reverse much of the damage over time. Probiotic-rich foods like yogurt, kefir, kimchi, and sauerkraut help replenish beneficial bacteria, while prebiotic foods like garlic, onions, bananas, and whole grains provide the nutrients that good bacteria need to thrive. Anti-inflammatory foods such as leafy greens, berries, fatty fish, and nuts help soothe the gut lining and reduce irritation, while staying hydrated and exercising regularly supports healthy digestion and bowel motility. Another important factor is consistency. One night of heavy drinking or a single cigarette isn't going to completely destroy your gut, but when these habits become regular, the negative effects multiply and can become chronic. By gradually reducing exposure to these harmful substances and replacing them with gut-friendly habits, you give your microbiome a chance to recover, which in turn improves digestion, nutrient absorption, energy levels, and overall well-being. It's also worth noting that the gut doesn't just respond to what you eat and drink, it responds to your lifestyle as a whole. Stress, lack of sleep, and a sedentary lifestyle can all exacerbate the harmful effects of smoking and alcohol on your gut. Stress hormones can alter the balance of gut bacteria and increase gut permeability, while poor sleep can affect digestion and nutrient absorption. Exercise, on the other hand, stimulates gut motility, reduces inflammation, and supports the growth of beneficial bacteria. One of the biggest misconceptions is that the gut issues are always caused by diet alone, but in reality, lifestyle factors like smoking and alcohol often play an equally, if not more, significant role. Many people focus on eating the right foods while continuing to smoke or drink excessively, and as a result, they never achieve the gut health they're hoping for. Understanding that these substances are active disruptors of gut balance is crucial for anyone serious about improving their digestive health. In the long term, the consequences of ignoring the impact of smoking and alcohol on your gut can be significant. Chronic digestive discomfort, nutrient deficiencies, poor immunity, systemic inflammation, and even mental health issues can all trace back, at least in part, to the effects of these substances on your gut microbiome. By recognizing the problem and taking proactive steps to reduce or eliminate exposure, you're not only improving digestion, but also setting yourself up for better overall health, higher energy levels, improved mood, and a stronger immune system. The gut is the foundation of the body, and anything that disrupts it has ripple effects throughout your entire system. Making conscious choices to protect and nurture your gut by minimizing smoking and alcohol consumption, supporting beneficial bacteria with prebiotic and probiotic foods, and living a balanced, healthy lifestyle allows your gut to function at its best and keeps your whole body thriving.
When most people think about their gut, they usually imagine digestion, breaking down food, absorbing nutrients, and going to the bathroom regularly. But the truth is, gut health affects so much more than that. Your gut is often called your second brain, and that's not just a metaphor. It's home to trillions of microorganisms, nerves, and chemical messengers that constantly communicate with your brain, immune system, and even other organs in your body. This connection, known as the gut-brain axis, means that the state of your gut has a direct impact on your mood, energy, mental clarity, and overall wellness. When your gut is balanced and healthy, everything tends to run smoothly, from digestion to immunity to emotional resilience. On the other hand, when your gut is inflamed, stressed, or out of balance, it can manifest in ways you might not immediately associate with digestion. For example, someone with chronic bloating, gas, or irregular bowel movements might also experience fatigue, irritability, anxiety, or trouble concentrating. And many people don't realize that these symptoms could be linked to gut health. The gut produces and regulates a wide range of neurotransmitters, including serotonin, which is often referred to as the feel-good hormone. In fact, a significant portion of the body's serotonin is produced in the intestines. That means an unhealthy gut can reduce serotonin production, contributing to mood swings, anxiety, and depression, while a balanced gut can support mental health and emotional stability. This is why people who focus on improving their gut health often notice improvements in mood and energy levels, even before they notice changes in digestion. The gut also plays a central role in immune function. About 70% of your immune system resides in the gut, so when your gut microbiome is balanced, your body is better equipped to fight off infections and reduce inflammation. Conversely, when harmful bacteria overtake beneficial bacteria, your immune system can become dysregulated, leading to chronic inflammation, increased susceptibility to illness, and slower recovery times. This chronic inflammation can affect other organs too, contributing to conditions like heart disease, diabetes, and even neurological problems, which makes gut health a foundational aspect of overall wellness. Another way gut health affects overall wellness is through nutrient absorption. Your intestines are where your body absorbs vitamins, minerals, and other essential nutrients from food. And if your gut lining is inflamed or your microbiome is out of balance, your body may not absorb these nutrients efficiently. That means even if you're eating healthy meals, you might still be deficient in key vitamins like B12, vitamin D, magnesium, and zinc, which are essential for energy production, immune support, brain function, and muscle recovery. Over time, these deficiencies can lead to fatigue, weakened immunity, poor mental focus, and slower physical recovery. Your gut also communicates with other systems in your body in ways that affect metabolism and weight management. An imbalanced gut microbiome can affect hormones that regulate hunger and satiety, like ghrelin and leptin, making it harder to manage cravings or maintain a healthy weight. Certain strains of bacteria are linked to fat storage and inflammation, so having the right balance of gut bacteria can actually influence your body composition and how efficiently you process food. Sleep is another area that is directly influenced by gut health. An inflamed or imbalanced gut can affect the production of melatonin, the hormone responsible for regulating sleep cycles, which means poor gut health can contribute to insomnia or restless nights. And when you don't sleep well, it further stresses your gut and microbiome, creating a vicious cycle where poor gut health leads to poor sleep, and poor sleep leads to worse gut health. The connection between the gut and mental clarity is equally fascinating. Many people notice brain fog, difficulty concentrating, or forgetfulness when their gut is not functioning optimally. This happens because gut bacteria produce metabolites and chemical signals that travel to the brain and affect cognition. A disrupted gut microbiome can increase inflammation in the body and the brain, which can impact memory, focus, and decision-making. Physical wellness is also closely tied to gut health. A healthy gut supports proper digestion, nutrient absorption, and metabolism, which fuels your muscles, organs, and tissues. Athletes and fitness enthusiasts often emphasize gut health because without it, their energy levels drop, recovery slows, and performance suffers, even if their training and diet are otherwise on point. Inflammation in the gut can also translate to joint pain, headaches, and other physical discomforts that many people mistakenly attribute to other causes. One of the most remarkable aspects of gut health is its adaptability. Unlike many other organs, the gut microbiome can respond relatively quickly to changes in diet and lifestyle. Introducing probiotic-rich foods, prebiotics, fiber, and anti-inflammatory nutrients can start to shift your microbiome within days to weeks, improving digestion, mental clarity, and overall wellness. Exercise, hydration, stress management, and even adequate sleep play a role in creating an environment where beneficial bacteria thrive. Stress, in particular, can wreak havoc on gut health. When you are stressed, your body releases cortisol, which can alter gut motility, increase gut permeability, and change the balance of bacteria, often favoring harmful strains. That's why practices like meditation, mindful breathing, or light physical activity not only reduce stress, but also directly support gut wellness. It's also important to consider that gut health affects more subtle aspects of wellness that we may not immediately notice, like skin clarity, hormonal balance, and even appetite regulation.
Acne, eczema, and other skin conditions can sometimes be traced back to inflammation or bacterial imbalance in the gut. Hormonal fluctuations and irregular cycles in both men and women can also be linked to microbiome health because gut bacteria help metabolize and regulate hormones. In essence, the gut acts like a central hub that connects multiple systems in the body. When it is functioning properly, it supports everything from immunity and mental health to metabolism, energy, and recovery. When it is compromised, problems can manifest in multiple areas simultaneously, often leaving people confused about the root cause. The good news is that gut health is modifiable. Small, consistent changes, such as incorporating fiber-rich and fermented foods, staying hydrated, exercising, managing stress, and avoiding gut disruptors like excessive alcohol, smoking, and highly processed foods, can lead to significant improvements in overall wellness. Paying attention to gut signals like bloating, irregular bowel movements, indigestion, fatigue, or mood swings can provide valuable clues about what your body needs and help you make adjustments before problems escalate. Everyone's gut is unique, and the ideal balance of bacteria, nutrients, and lifestyle factors will vary from person to person, but the principle remains the same. The healthier your gut, the better your overall health, and the more resilient and energetic you feel. Supporting your gut is not just about avoiding discomfort or digestive issues. It's about creating a foundation for long-term wellness in every aspect of your life, from energy and immunity to mood, sleep, and physical performance. By paying attention to the gut and nurturing it with the right foods, habits, and lifestyle choices, you're essentially investing in your overall health, improving not only how you feel on a daily basis, but also your long-term quality of life.
When it comes to gut health and overall wellness, one of the most important things to understand is that it's not about quick fixes or one-off solutions. The gut responds to habits over time, and what you do consistently, day after day, week after week, and year after year, makes the biggest difference in the long run. Many people make the mistake of focusing on short-term solutions, thinking that taking a single probiotic, having a healthy meal once in a while, or even going a few days without smoking or drinking will magically reset their gut. The reality is very different. Your gut is a complex ecosystem that thrives on consistency and balance. Beneficial bacteria, enzymes, and the gut lining itself need continuous support to function properly, and if you repeatedly expose your body to harmful habits like smoking, drinking, poor diet, or stress, the negative effects accumulate slowly but steadily, often without obvious symptoms at first. One of the key reasons long-term habits matter is because the damage caused by lifestyle choices like smoking and alcohol is cumulative. Each cigarette, each drink, and each processed meal slightly alters the gut environment, sometimes reducing the number of beneficial bacteria, irritating the gut lining, or affecting digestive enzyme activity. Over months and years, these small disruptions can add up to significant problems, such as chronic inflammation, leaky gut, reduced nutrient absorption, and weakened immunity. What makes this particularly tricky is that the gut has a remarkable ability to compensate in the short term. For example, you might smoke a few cigarettes or have a few drinks and feel fine, or experience only mild bloating or heartburn, which makes it easy to ignore the damage. Your body often tries to maintain balance despite the stress you put it under, which can create a false sense of security. The problem is that the compensatory mechanisms can't protect you forever, and eventually the cumulative stress manifests as chronic digestive issues, fatigue, mood swings, and even more serious conditions like metabolic disorders or autoimmune problems. On the flip side, long-term positive habits can have equally powerful effects, sometimes even reversing years of damage. Making small but consistent changes, like reducing or quitting smoking, moderating alcohol, prioritizing gut-friendly foods, staying hydrated, exercising regularly, and managing stress, gives your gut the environment it needs to restore balance, allowing beneficial bacteria to flourish and repairing the gut lining. The beauty of long-term habits is that they create a compounding effect. Just like compound interest in finance, small improvements over time lead to increasingly noticeable benefits. One day of healthy eating won't change much, but a month of consistently choosing nutrient-dense, fiber-rich foods paired with moderate exercise and minimal alcohol intake can significantly improve digestion, energy levels, mental clarity, and immune function. This is why focusing on long-term habits rather than short-term fixes is crucial for gut health. Another reason long-term habits matter is because they help build resilience. Life is unpredictable, and stress, travel, social events, or occasional indulgences are inevitable. When your gut is already supported by strong, consistent habits, it's better equipped to handle temporary disruptions without suffering significant damage. A healthy gut is more adaptable and can recover faster from occasional lapses, whereas a gut that has been repeatedly stressed by poor habits over time is less resilient and more prone to persistent problems. Establishing long-term habits also helps create a feedback loop of awareness. When you consistently pay attention to your gut and how it reacts to different foods, drinks, and lifestyle choices, you start to notice patterns. You learn which foods make you feel bloated or sluggish, how alcohol affects your digestion, and how stress impacts your gut. This awareness is critical because it allows you to make informed decisions and continuously refine your habits, creating a cycle of improvement that supports lasting gut health. One of the most underestimated aspects of long-term habits is the psychological impact. When people commit to consistent healthy choices, even small ones, it boosts confidence and motivation, which in turn reinforces other positive behaviors. For example, someone who gradually reduces alcohol consumption and notices improvements in digestion and energy may also feel motivated to improve their diet, exercise routine, or sleep schedule. This ripple effect can lead to comprehensive wellness improvements that extend far beyond just gut health. Consistency also matters when it comes to supporting the gut microbiome specifically. Beneficial bacteria need regular nourishment in the form of fiber, prebiotics, and probiotics to thrive. Sporadic healthy meals or random probiotic supplements don't have the same impact as a consistent diet rich in vegetables, fruits, whole grains, and fermented foods. Over time, consistently feeding the good bacteria encourage them to dominate the gut ecosystem, which improves digestion, nutrient absorption, immunity, and even mood. Exercise is another area where long-term habits show their power. Studies consistently show that regular physical activity positively influences gut microbiota diversity, improves bowel motility, reduces inflammation, and even helps with stress regulation, all of which contribute to a healthier gut. One-off workouts or sporadic activity won't have the same lasting impact. It's the habit of moving your body consistently that creates tangible results. Stress management is similarly cumulative. Short-term stress may temporarily disrupt digestion or trigger minor inflammation, but chronic, unmanaged stress gradually alters the gut microbiome, increases intestinal permeability, and even affects hormone balance. Consistent stress reduction practices like meditation, deep breathing, yoga, or simply taking regular breaks allow the gut to recover and maintain its balance over time. Sleep is another example of a long-term habit that matters immensely for gut health. Your gut microbiome follows circadian rhythms, which means that irregular sleep patterns, late nights, or chronic sleep deprivation disrupt gut bacteria balance, metabolism, and digestion.
Over time, consistently prioritizing quality sleep reinforces a healthy microbiome, better nutrient absorption, and improved mental and physical performance. It's also important to understand that long-term habits are interrelated. Poor sleep, chronic stress, a diet high in processed foods, excessive alcohol, and smoking all compound one another, creating a vicious cycle of gut disruption. Conversely, adopting positive habits across multiple areas—sleep, stress management, nutrition, hydration, exercise, and limiting harmful substances—creates a virtuous cycle where each positive habit reinforces the others, amplifying the benefits for gut health and overall wellness. One of the most empowering aspects of understanding the importance of long-term habits is realizing that your gut can recover at almost any age. Even if someone has struggled with poor habits for years, making consistent, positive choices over time can restore balance, improve digestion, reduce inflammation, and enhance energy and mental clarity. The key is patience and persistence, because the gut doesn't change overnight, but with consistent effort, it gradually becomes more resilient and efficient. Ultimately, long-term habits matter because they form the foundation of gut health and overall wellness. They determine whether your gut functions optimally, whether beneficial bacteria thrive, and whether your body can absorb nutrients, fight off infections, regulate hormones, and maintain energy and mental clarity. Quick fixes, occasional healthy meals, or temporary detoxes simply can't replace the cumulative effect of consistent positive choices. When you prioritize long-term habits, you're investing not only in your gut, but in your entire body, giving yourself the opportunity to feel better, perform better, and prevent chronic issues before they take hold. Long-term habits are the difference between temporary relief and lasting wellness, between gut imbalance and harmony, and between simply surviving and truly thriving in your daily life.
When it comes to gut health, one of the most powerful tools we have is the combination of proper nutrition and supportive lifestyle habits, and the impact these have on recovery cannot be overstated. Many people think that once their gut is out of balance, there's little they can do other than avoid harmful substances like alcohol and cigarettes. But in reality, the foods you eat and the habits you practice daily are what give your gut the environment it needs to heal and thrive. Think of your gut like a garden. If you consistently feed it the wrong things, neglect it, or expose it to toxins, weeds take over and the soil becomes depleted. On the other hand, when you nourish it with the right foods, water it properly, and maintain the conditions for growth, the good bacteria flourish, inflammation decreases, and digestion becomes smooth and efficient. One of the most important aspects of nutrition for gut recovery is fiber. Fiber acts as fuel for your beneficial bacteria, allowing them to multiply and perform the essential jobs of breaking down food, producing vitamins, and regulating your immune system. High-fiber foods like vegetables, fruits, whole grains, legumes, and seeds provide a constant supply of nutrients that feed the good bacteria, improving the balance of the gut microbiome over time. Without consistent fiber intake, even a diet low in alcohol and free from smoking may not be enough to restore gut balance fully. Prebiotics are another crucial component. While probiotics are the beneficial bacteria themselves, prebiotics are the foods that feed these bacteria. Foods like garlic, onions, leeks, asparagus, and bananas contain compounds that selectively nourish the good bacteria, helping them thrive and outcompete harmful bacteria. By including prebiotics in your diet regularly, you give your gut a constant supply of energy for growth and repair, which is especially important after long-term exposure to alcohol or smoking. Probiotic foods also play a critical role in recovery. Fermented foods like yogurt, kefir, kimchi, sauerkraut, miso, and kombucha introduce live beneficial bacteria into your gut. These bacteria help restore diversity to the microbiome, crowd out harmful bacteria, and support the integrity of the gut lining.
When combined with prebiotic and fiber-rich foods, probiotics become even more effective because they have the nutrients they need to survive, multiply, and colonize your intestines. Hydration is often overlooked, but it is essential for gut recovery. Water helps move food through the digestive tract, supports nutrient absorption, and keeps the mucosal lining of the intestines healthy. Dehydration can slow digestion, lead to constipation, and create an environment where harmful bacteria thrive. Regular hydration, especially in combination with high-fiber foods, is a simple yet powerful way to support gut healing. Anti-inflammatory foods are another cornerstone of lifestyle-based gut recovery. Chronic inflammation in the gut can result from poor diet, stress, alcohol, smoking, and even environmental toxins. Consuming foods rich in antioxidants and anti-inflammatory compounds like leafy greens, berries, fatty fish, nuts, seeds, turmeric, and olive oil helps soothe the gut lining, reduce irritation, and prevent long-term damage. These foods not only promote healing, but also improve overall wellness, supporting immunity, brain function, and energy levels. Exercise is equally important in supporting gut recovery. Moderate physical activity stimulates gut motility, helping food move efficiently through the intestines and preventing issues like constipation or bloating. Exercise also promotes microbial diversity, which is essential for a balanced gut. Regular movement reduces inflammation, supports stress management, and improves blood flow, all of which create a better environment for beneficial bacteria to thrive. Stress management itself is an essential lifestyle factor for gut recovery. Chronic stress releases hormones like cortisol, which can disrupt the balance of gut bacteria, increase gut permeability, and slow down digestion. Implementing consistent stress reduction practices, whether meditation, deep breathing, yoga, journaling, or simply taking time to relax, helps restore balance to the gut-brain axis. A calm, regulated nervous system allows the digestive system to function optimally, improving nutrient absorption and reducing inflammation. Sleep is another underestimated but vital aspect of gut recovery. The gut microbiome follows circadian rhythms, and irregular sleep or chronic sleep deprivation can negatively affect bacterial diversity, hormone regulation, and digestive efficiency. By prioritizing consistent, high-quality sleep, you give your gut the opportunity to repair and regenerate overnight, supporting both physical recovery and mental clarity. Limiting gut disruptors is just as critical as incorporating supportive foods and habits. Reducing or eliminating smoking, moderating alcohol intake, and avoiding highly processed, sugar-laden, or fried foods helps create a stable environment for recovery. While probiotics, fiber, prebiotics, exercise, and hydration build up the beneficial ecosystem, avoiding toxins ensures that the gut has the chance to repair without continuous interference. One of the most powerful aspects of nutrition and lifestyle support is that improvements are cumulative. You won't necessarily see overnight changes, but consistent habits compound over time, leading to stronger digestion, higher energy levels, improved immunity, better mood, and even healthier skin and hair. Just like with other long-term habits, small, consistent improvements, like swapping one processed snack for a fiber-rich option, adding a daily probiotic, taking a 20-minute walk, or practicing mindful breathing before bed, gradually lead to dramatic improvements in gut health and overall wellness. It's also important to recognize that gut recovery is highly individual. Different people respond differently to foods, supplements, and lifestyle changes. Paying attention to how your body reacts to changes, keeping a food or wellness journal, and experimenting with what works best for you allows you to fine-tune your recovery plan and create sustainable habits that fit your life. One of the overlooked benefits of supporting gut recovery through nutrition and lifestyle is the effect on immunity. A healthy gut helps regulate the immune system, reducing chronic inflammation and improving your body's ability to fight infections and heal itself. This is why people who consistently prioritize gut-friendly foods, hydration, exercise, and stress management often notice they get sick less frequently and recover faster when they do. Hormonal regulation is another area that benefits from gut recovery. A balanced microbiome helps metabolize and regulate hormones related to appetite, stress, energy, and mood. When the gut is inflamed or out of balance, hormone signaling can be disrupted, leading to weight fluctuations, cravings, fatigue, and mood swings. By supporting the gut with proper nutrition and lifestyle habits, hormone regulation improves naturally, which also enhances energy, focus, and overall quality of life. Long-term commitment to gut-supportive habits also strengthens resilience. Once your gut begins to recover, it becomes more capable of handling occasional lapses, whether that's a night out drinking, exposure to stress, or a temporary indulgence in processed foods. A resilient gut is not perfect, but it is adaptable, which means recovery becomes faster and discomfort is minimized when life inevitably throws curveballs. The psychological impact of gut recovery should not be underestimated either. As digestion improves and bloating, gas, and discomfort decrease, confidence and motivation often increase as well. Feeling good physically reinforces healthy habits and creates a positive feedback loop, encouraging you to continue prioritizing your gut, which then further accelerates recovery. Ultimately, nutrition and lifestyle support recovery because they create the foundation for a healthy gut ecosystem. Foods provide the raw materials that beneficial bacteria need to flourish. Exercise stimulates motility and diversity. Hydration keeps the system moving efficiently. Stress management reduces inflammation, and sleep allows repair and regeneration. Avoiding toxins and habits that disrupt balance ensures that the gut has the chance to repair without continuous interference. And the combination of these elements over time leads to noticeable improvements in digestion, immunity, energy, mood, and overall health. By approaching gut recovery holistically, focusing on consistent supportive nutrition and lifestyle choices, you give your body the best chance to restore balance and function at its highest potential, creating long-term wellness that extends far beyond the digestive system.
One of the most powerful lessons when it comes to gut health and overall wellness is understanding the compounding effect of small, consistent changes over time. So often, people feel overwhelmed by the idea of completely overhauling their diet, giving up alcohol, quitting smoking, exercising regularly, and managing stress all at once. And because of that, they end up doing nothing at all. The truth is, you don't need to change everything at once to see dramatic improvements in your gut and overall health. Tiny, manageable adjustments, when practiced consistently, create a ripple effect that can completely transform the way your body feels, functions, and responds over months and years. For example, simply adding a single serving of vegetables or a piece of fruit to one meal every day might seem insignificant, but over time, that one habit improves fiber intake, feeds beneficial gut bacteria, and supports digestion. Add in a few minutes of walking daily, swap a sugary drink for water, or take a probiotic supplement consistently, and you start stacking small improvements that multiply and reinforce each other. This is the principle of compounding health, and it works exactly the same way as compound interest in finance. The cumulative effect of small, consistent actions can lead to results that feel almost exponential, and the best part is that these changes are sustainable because they don't feel overwhelming or restrictive. Another reason small changes lead to big results is that they encourage long-term adherence. When people try to completely transform their lifestyle overnight, the changes often feel extreme and difficult to maintain. The mental resistance to such radical shifts can be high, which leads to burnout, frustration, and eventually giving up. In contrast, small, incremental steps are easier to implement, easier to stick with, and over time become natural parts of your daily routine. Once a small habit becomes automatic, it frees up mental energy to focus on other areas of wellness, creating a cascade of positive changes. Small changes also help you build awareness of your body and its responses. For instance, if you gradually reduce alcohol intake or replace cigarettes with healthier alternatives like herbal teas or mindfulness breaks, you start noticing how your digestion, energy, mood, and sleep improve. That feedback reinforces the habit and motivates you to continue making small, positive choices.
Over time, these observations create a sense of control and confidence in your ability to improve your health, which is incredibly empowering. One of the most profound ways small changes impact gut health is by allowing the microbiome to adapt gradually. Your gut bacteria respond to the nutrients you provide, and sudden, extreme changes can sometimes cause discomfort or stress to the system. By introducing fiber, prebiotics, probiotics, and anti-inflammatory foods step by step, the gut has time to adjust, beneficial bacteria flourish, and harmful bacteria are naturally pushed out. The same principle applies to lifestyle adjustments. Reducing alcohol intake a little each week or gradually incorporating more movement into your day allows your body to adapt without resistance, making long-term adherence much more realistic. Stress management is another area where small, consistent changes make a huge difference. Rather than attempting to meditate for an hour daily right from the start, beginning with just 5 minutes of mindful breathing, journaling, or a short walk can start reducing stress and improving gut function immediately. As you feel the benefits, it becomes easier to expand these practices, creating a sustainable routine that supports both mental and digestive health. Sleep is another domain where incremental improvements pay off. Going to bed just 15 minutes earlier each night, reducing screen time before bed, or creating a simple pre-sleep routine gradually shifts your circadian rhythm. Over time, consistent improvements in sleep quality lead to better gut health, improved hormone regulation, and increased energy levels, illustrating perfectly how small, manageable changes compound into large results. Hydration is yet another simple yet powerful habit that demonstrates this principle. Drinking an extra glass of water each day or swapping one sugary beverage for water might seem trivial, but over weeks and months it enhances digestion, supports nutrient absorption, flushes toxins from the system, and provides an environment where beneficial gut bacteria thrive. Exercise also follows the same pattern. Starting with short walks, a few minutes of stretching, or light bodyweight exercises builds the foundation for more consistent, longer workouts over time. Your body adapts gradually, which reduces the risk of injury, increases motivation, and ultimately leads to significant improvements in gut motility, microbial diversity, inflammation reduction, and overall health. Another reason small changes are so impactful is that they reduce the psychological barrier to starting. When people think about large, intimidating transformations, the fear of failure or the effort required often prevents them from even beginning. By focusing on one small change at a time, the process becomes approachable, achievable, and rewarding, which increases the likelihood of sustained action and ultimately better long-term results. Small changes also create a positive feedback loop in your life. As you start to feel better physically, your confidence and motivation increase, which encourages you to continue making healthy choices. This might look like noticing reduced bloating after a few weeks of consistent fiber intake, feeling more energized after cutting back on alcohol, or experiencing improved mood after implementing a short daily meditation practice. Each positive outcome reinforces the habit, making it easier to maintain and expand upon. Even habits that seem minor can have outsized effects when practiced consistently. For example, choosing to chew food thoroughly, taking short mindful pauses before meals, or reducing late-night snacking can improve digestion, support the gut lining, and regulate hormones associated with hunger and satiety. These small adjustments, when repeated daily, accumulate into significant benefits over time. One of the most important aspects of small changes is that they are sustainable and realistic. Radical diets, extreme detoxes, or drastic lifestyle overhauls often fail because they are not compatible with long-term life. In contrast, small, intentional improvements integrate naturally into daily routines, creating lasting habits that continue to support gut health and overall wellness for months and years. The cumulative effect of these small, consistent actions is profound. Improvements in gut health lead to better nutrient absorption, which fuels energy, supports mental clarity, and strengthens the immune system. Enhanced gut function reduces bloating, gas, and discomfort, which improves confidence and quality of life. A resilient gut also adapts better to occasional lapses, making your overall health more stable and robust. Perhaps the most profound realization about small changes is that you don't need to be perfect to see meaningful results. Every small choice, drinking water instead of soda, adding a vegetable to a meal, taking a short walk, practicing deep breathing, or choosing a probiotic snack contributes to a healthier gut and body. Over time, these incremental improvements compound into massive positive changes in digestion, immunity, energy, mood, sleep, and overall wellness, demonstrating that it's the consistency of effort, not perfection, that truly drives transformation. By embracing the philosophy that small changes lead to big results, you can approach gut health and overall wellness in a practical, manageable, and sustainable way. You begin to see every decision as an opportunity to support your body, knowing that even tiny improvements matter and accumulate over time. This mindset transforms health from a daunting all-or-nothing endeavor into a series of achievable steps that build on each other, creating lasting positive results that extend far beyond digestion into every aspect of your life.